Welcome into the Michigan Football Report. It's a show we did last year a bunch called Overreaction Sunday. Some of those overreactions, frankly, were negative ones because of a 2 and 4 year. But I'm going to tell you what, Sunday morning, I'm cracking open a beer, baby. Next game Michigan we played will be September 11th, Michigan Stadium. So I got this USA Budweiser, and I'm just going to drink to victory here on a Sunday. No big deal. Make sure you go and follow me on Twitter at James Yoder. Gained like 50 followers during the game yesterday, just tweeting out the highlights of all the big plays, giving a little bit of reaction, and having some fun. So if you haven't followed me yet, it's at James Yoder on Twitter. Keep it rolling. I'm going to be locked in, dialed in, going 0 to 100 on Twitter, getting all the information you need. So I'm the only person you follow on Twitter for Michigan football. I think I'm going to cover what you're looking for. Overreaction number 1 from me. The offense looked great, okay? It looked really good, and I've been dogging on Josh Gaddis. I do not believe that he is the sole offensive coordinator right now. Well, clearly he's not because Sherrone Moore is co-OC. But I think Jim Harbaugh, the running backs coach, quarterbacks coach, I think everybody, Mike Hart, etc., I think everybody is getting in on the offense. And Josh Gaddis probably was given the reins a little too early. But love what we saw from Cade McNamara early on, 9 of 11, 136, and a touchdown the first half. Played only a series or so halfway through the third quarter. 216 passing yards for the team, including 80 from J.J. McCarthy. Rushing yards, 334. Blake Corum, Hassan, Haskins, they were the show. And a couple of running backs, A.J. Henning, Roman Wilson, got involved in the running game from kind of ends around. Michigan drops 47 points on Western Michigan. Look, let's not overreact too much, but this is Overreaction Sunday, so about time. Offense is looking great, and they are just going to keep it rolling. They're going to drop 45 on Washington this week, and Michigan's going to be ranked in the top 15 a week from now. That's my first overreaction. We'll temper the expectations a little bit, but give me your biggest overreaction. What were you talking about with your friends at the bar last night? What were you thinking that maybe you didn't want to say out loud? I don't know. When Michigan's doing good, I'm much happier in the show. When Michigan's doing bad, I'm going this way. I'm like the political parties, right? Alt-left, alt-right. If they're doing bad, I get really bummed out and think the world's ending. If they're doing great, boom, Heisman season for Blake Corum, and Michigan's going all the way. So we'll see what happens. Speaking of Blake Corum, this running back room has some stars, folks. It is Blake Corum. It is Hassan Haskins. They were the 1-2 punch. And then Donovan Edwards got in there as well towards the end, and he looked okay. Nothing spectacular, but he looked pretty good. This running back room seems to have some stars, and I am excited about them. We're going to talk about that running back room here in a second. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, though, youtube.com/Michigan TV. We're coming up in 14,000. Should hit it today, subscribers, and then we've got a little bit of ways to go. I want to take over Steve Deese. He's kind of a character. I don't know what you call him. He's a right-wing political pundit. Also tries his hands in Michigan football. If you like his stuff, cool. I don't watch it. Not for me. But somebody with more subscribers than us. Been around for a lot longer, so that's fine. But please subscribe if you like the show. You won't miss an episode. Turn those notifications on, of course, and you'll get alert on your phone every time we drop a video. Game 1 yesterday. We were dropping a video every single day until Michigan season's over going forward. Running back rooms. These guys were doing good. Hassan Haskins got the start, 13 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown. But folks, Blake Corum might be the story of the game. He was getting it going in the passing game early. That swing pass from Michigan's first score of the year. I tweeted out, he looks like the fastest man in America. And, who's to argue with that? 14 carries, 111 yards rushing, 1 rushing touchdown, 1 receiving touchdown, had 2 catches. And finally, Josh Gaddis is properly, I feel like, using speed and space after 2 years. Now, it's against Western Michigan. Nevertheless, we'll see if it continues. If it continues next week, I'll start drinking the Kool-Aid a little more. And then the 5th week against Wisconsin, which maybe that's not looking like as tough of the game. They just lost to Penn State yesterday. It was like 14-6 or something like that. I don't remember the exact score, but it was a pretty bad performance. Freshman Donovan Edwards, borderline 5-star running back, 6 carries, 27 yards. It was him and J.J. McCarthy in there for a little bit in the second half. Remind you a little Chad Henne, Mike Hart. Last time Michigan won a Big Ten title, those guys were true freshmen starting in the backfield. And you, about to win a championship at home if you're eating Magic Spoon cereal. Been talking about them all summer long, and they're continuing with us, giving me all kinds of cereal. Really appreciate it. All into the football season. Use that link at the bottom of the screen, magicspoon.com/GoBlue. Put it down in the comments. I'll put it in the description as well. Their cereal is awesome. Look, I stopped eating cereal because it kind of gave me the skinny guy gut when I'm just, piling on all these sugar-filled cereals. Not with Magic Spoon. 13 grams of protein per serving, 4 grams of net carbs, but that third one's the best. No sugar. Can you believe it? No sugar. It tastes like Fruity Pebbles and Frosted Flakes and Cocoa Pebbles and all this stuff, but there's no sugar. Tastes great, no sugar. I don't know how they do it. It clearly is magic in your spoon. Magic Spoon cereal, magicspoon.com/GoBlue. Save $5. Get going with Magic Spoon. Tweet at me when you do and tell me that you love it. Overreaction number 3. Gotta go prayers up for Ronnie Bell. Got into the hospital last night, got an MRI. I don't want to speculate on it. I think I know what the injury is at this point, but I'm going to let the official Michigan Communications, we'll give them another day or two to release it. If it gets by like Tuesday, Wednesday, and they haven't come out with the injury, I was told by somebody what the injury is and what to expect. Prayers up for Ronnie Bell. If you didn't see, I'm sure you did. If you didn't watch our show yesterday, a little more details. Carted off in the second quarter with a leg injury after having a hell of a game. I mean, I tweeted out Ronnie Bell for Heisman. He had an amazing catch that was called pass interference on him, which really wasn't. Then he had a 76-yard touchdown. Then he was just dazzling people on that punt return where he got hurt, had to be taken off to the sideline. His parents came down, carted off the field, and then was actually in a wheelchair going out to an ambulance to go get an MRI. So went to the hospital, then got an MRI Saturday night, and Michigan hopefully will announce what that is and let everybody know his diagnosis. I don't think it's fair to the team, to the player, to let these things just kind of linger out there. So I do think it's in Jim Harbaugh's best interest to let the world know what happened, right? You don't want people speculating, and Ronnie Bell certainly deserves that people know whether he's going to be playing or not. And if he's injured and it's season ending or anything like that, they can send him their well wishes. So you can send me your well wishes here. Go down in the comments. I'm going to tweet this at Ronnie's dad from this weekend once this video publishes. So hopefully he'll show it to Ronnie, show him some love. And we say that sometimes, like, the players always watch. I know a lot of players and staff watch this, but we'll make sure that the best of our ability will get this video in Ronnie's hands if enough of you guys are showing love down in the comments. Michigan covered the spread. And I've seen the spreads come out this morning, but I don't want to put it on screen until I see something final from our partner, BetUS. Promo code GoBlue is the promo code to use at chatsports.com/GoBlue. We'll redirect you to BetUS' website, the #1 sports book in the game, folks. Use our promo code GoBlue. Make a $100 deposit, $200 deposit, whatever it is. If you put in $100, you have an extra $125. Put in $200, $250, $300. Was it $375? I'm doing math here. $400. It's boom. $400. What would that be? That'd be $500. Yeah, exactly. In bonus cash sitting there to bet. So if you get going with BetUS, sports betting's fun, man. I've been on like 8 games this weekend already. I'm having a great time with it. Use our promo code. Get some extra bonus cash. If you lose a few bets early on, you're not running through all your money right away. Overreaction number 4. I guess this is my final overreaction for the day. Look, it seems like Don Brown was the problem last year, and maybe in 2019 in some ways. I'm not going to just, smack Don Brown around. He's out in Arizona. That's fine. But it was clear after the 2018 Ohio State game that he was figured out. And 2019, he had his pluses and minuses, but for the most part, it wasn't a great year from Don Brown, but they fell off a cliff in 2020. There was no continuity of that defense. It was easy to read. It was 3rd and 14 was no big deal. We just cross a guy across the field. He's wide open every time, and Don Brown's defense just can't keep up with it. But it looked like Mike McDonald was disguising things yesterday. You had sometimes 5, 6, 7 guys standing up around the line with only one guy with his hand down, and some guys are faking like they're going in, dropping back in passes, and it made the offense think. Against Western Michigan, maybe it's not as challenging as other teams. If they show out against Washington, hold Washington under 30 points, let's say, I'm going to kind of say that Mike McDonald has arrived, put his NFL-style defensive stamp on this team, and maybe that Don Brown was, in fact, the problem on the defense the last couple of years, especially going back. I think Don Brown did okay against Ohio State in 2016, 2017, but ever since that 2018 game, when they were on a roll as a team, defensively and offensively, Don Brown has not been the same. That defense was not the same. So I'm going to say that my overreaction, maybe Don Brown was the problem. But I asked you guys about the new defensive coordinator, Mike McDonald. Grade the performance of that defense yesterday. Give me a performance on his D. Tell me how you think of his D. Scale of 1 to 10, it produced in my ear like, the D, come on, man. 1 to 10, what are you guys doing there? This has some innuendos. But I'm going to go with, 7.4? Is that what I said in the defense? 7.3 yesterday, so I'm going to keep with that. 7.3 is my performance on Mike McDonald's D. So go down and let me know in the comments. And blow up the comment section. Give me your overreactions. Tell me what you're thinking about this team, because it is an unknown unit, right? Across the board, we didn't know what we were going to get out of some of these players who didn't perform up to expectations last season. when many of them, like let's just say some of the quarterbacks, running backs, offensive linemen, weren't expecting the plays. Cornerbacks, when guys sat out last season, they jumped in. So tell me about Mike McDonald's D. Tell me about this team's overreaction. And we will be back. I got a video coming for you tomorrow on Labor Day. I'm going to go through my offensive, defensive, and coaching staff grades for the team versus Western Michigan. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Until then, go Blue.